Hello YouTube, Skip 20 here in Knoxville, Tennessee, building a wannabe Popular Mechanics, O'Reilly, Phoenix camper, Volkswagen Subaru flatbed. Okay, I just want to go over a few ideas I have why people might be wondering, why am I making it out of wood when the plans call for 1-inch foam board? Okay, here's the breakdown. The 1-inch by 4x8 high density foam board is about $100 a sheet. My estimate on building this in the camper, you'll be running 7 to 8 sheets of foam. That's $800. We have 9.25% sales tax, so add another $80. Let's just round it off and say $900 in foam. Now on top of that, once it's all shaped, sanded, you lay down 3 layers of 6-ounce cloth, price unknown. That will still take the same amount of resin, and then you have to body work it, smooth it out, a lot of sanding, filling, cut out the windows, go inside, flip it over, make your lips for the windshield, the gutter, all that stuff. What this does is, this is a white tile board from Home Depot or Lowe's, I imagine. I don't really like going to Lowe's. Usually they only have half of what I need, and they change vendors very quickly. But fiberglass does not stick to the tile board. My process is I build the same thing you would do in foam, but using the wood. Now on the bed, I used a hard particle board for strength, and laid those up. You can go back, watch the videos on that. They have built-in lips for the doors, and they will get glued on to the metal framing, as will the body. Okay, I pick up 5 gallons of resin. Price has gone up since my other projects to about $125. I am on my 2nd gallon. I would need 1 more. That's $375, rounded off to 4. You need the same thing to do the foam board. I pick up 50-inch roller mat. I have no idea how long this is, but it will probably do 2 of these. I would not have to buy more. The catalyst for the resin is $8 a bottle. You need 1 bottle for 3 gallons, so we'll round it off. That's $1,300 so far in supplies to shape out the foam board. My basic tools is I use this Harbor Freight tool. It's about $15 for some fine trimming and going around corners. Moving along, I use a drill and I use an impact screwdriver. I switched from the Ryobi to these. I know DeWalt's are very popular, but the benefit, these are guaranteed for life, and the batteries are guaranteed for life. Now on your DeWalt or your Ryobis, Go down, buy a new battery. Lithium battery, $99. I'd rather spend the extra $100 now. Just take my battery down to Home Depot and get a new one. If the tool breaks, they repair it and or replace it. No charge. Think about it. And of course I use tape measures, drywall screws. These are Harbor Freight 4.5-inch die grinders. I actually have a grinding disc on one for doing the heavy metal, a sanding flapper which is pretty well worn out, and a cutoff disc. And I've gone through about, I would say, 7 or 8 packages of cutoff disc, going through metal and fiberglass. They cost, on sale, $6 for a package of 10. So we're looking at probably 1,500, let's say 2,000 to build your foam body. A lot of elbow grease. When this is finished, I pull it off. It will come off as one piece, I hope. I will fill in all the little tiny screw holes with silicone clay. Clean up any corners. I'll wax it 1 or 2 times with mold release wax, which is high temperature. Do not use automotive wax. Fiberglass heats up and you end up melting the wax, and it gets embedded into the fiberglass. No good. I would then spray PVA 5 to 6 coats. It's like a spray on cellophane. It's also used as a mold release. You don't have to, but I'm telling you, it really makes it easy. I would then hand lay up 3 layers of mat. Same thing you would do with a cloth. Roll it out. Oh, forgot my gel coat. Now, guess what you get with the gel coat? Your paint job. A gallon of gel coats cost me $75. I will be going, I've used 2, well, I haven't used it, but I have 2 gallons. I will probably need 1 more gallon to finish this. And this is the end of the body right here. Now, the tile board, $13 a sheet. Okay, I'll say I bought 8 of them. Miscellaneous pine board, hardboard, other boards that I bought, I try and buy the cheapest possible. These are pine boards. They cost $4 for 14 feet. I get them cut in half. Most expensive thing I use is a 90-degree trim board, when I can use a 90-degree trim board to support the corners. So far, they'll only be used in a couple of places here, like in the corner of the Ranger and the bottom of the body. And I got fiberglass on my tires. Right now, the previous video showed that I had fiberglassed up the seams. This is just to give it strength. After removing all the screws, I will be fiberglassing the outside of this body with 2 to 3, probably 3 layers of mat. Don't have to. I could use hardboard, but I'm going to try fiberglass. I got tons of it. Lots of mat. My doors will be cut out. My windshield will be cut out. I will build lips on the inside to hold the windshield, the door rubber, before it gets fiberglassed. So cost-wise, I will probably have $600 in this complete body. It might be a little bit extra work, sometimes frustrating, because you have to make sure that the tile board has nice tight seams on the inside. You can always use clay to fill in any gaps. So, I know some people have wondered, Why am I making it out of wood? Why don't I use the foam board? I did make one back in the 70s, maybe early 80s, early 80s. And it was a lot of work. And I never did get it body worked. I ended up selling it because I closed my shop. But this is the basic shape of the Phoenix camper. However, I'm using a metal rear section of a Ford Ranger instead of a foam board, and I am using the roof off a Ford Probe with an electric sunroof that pops up and out instead of foam board, and then going out and buying a sunroof. I have an electric back window which I bought from my Ford Ranger, which doesn't fit because mine's a 4-door. Apparently the extended cabin 4-doors use a higher window. So I figured, well, I've got it, paid for it, might as well make use of it. Here you can see the Subaru engine. What you can see, this thing's being used for storage now. You can see all the white tile board. I did try to make a body before, following the plans, and it was totally screwed up. So this has been made piece by piece. If I do one side, I copy it and put it on the other. I am trying to follow a little bit of the plans measurements, and they're not coming out. Now this truck is a little bit higher than the plans call for. I'm getting about 6'5". The plans call for 65 inches. So it's pretty low, but then I'm using high back Subaru seats. I dropped the Volkswagen floor seat platform 2 inches, which helped. I do have 1.5 inch or 2.5 inch drop spindles on the front, airbags in the back, which will drop the bed from 30 inches to 22 inches for loading. Forgot to cover up my tires and the tow hitch, so now I got some fiberglass cleaning to do. Oh boy. Anyway, this is why I'm doing out of wood. It's probably about the same amount of work that you would do using foam board for about 1/3 the cost. And I got tons of time on my hands, so I can take my time. I did have a few headaches a couple of days ago. Came out here yesterday, straightened them out, and I am happy camper. Okay, this is getting a little long. I just want to explain why am I using wood. So have a good one. This is a good system. I made a 3-wheel car using this idea 12 years ago. I've never seen it before. People usually make moles. I call this an expendable mole. When it's finished, I just pull the wood off and throw it away. It's not really good for much. So have fun, keep YouTubing, and have an enjoyable life. Bye.